exciting from a technical point of view. This is an old school circuit. Tire degradation is high. The bumps are huge. Circuit is the first of our time trials, and it's the Senior X30s that will go into the battle first, because we've entered into full grid of race drivers in the category. Yes, indeed, this weekend because we have an immense quantity of drivers heading out onto the circuit. There are 39 registered drivers. So they have been separated into two groups to get us the ultimate lap times. So the competitors heading out onto the circuit at the moment, obviously giving us plenty to talk about. In action. So expect the unexpected once the board. The record shaky Pope is the one who's come through in the fastest time. In this group below, as I mentioned, we've also got some serious international competition. Superstars. The youngest competitor in the Senior X30 field this weekend is the Italian stallion, reigning junior champion in 2026. No need to ask who is the oldest driver in the Senior X30 competition. No prizes for guessing either. It is, of course, the Japanese driver Tsutomu Nishimura, who is old enough to compete in the Masters category. But because he meets the weight requirement of Senior X30, for the moment comes Jaden Pope, 246, the 23-year-old from Oran Park in New South Wales. And now Toby Gale takes over. He comes from just down the road from here. This is his local circuit, and he absolutely adores it on this particular race circuit. Last year, he was a contender for the title, but it was only his European race program and his exams that got in the way of putting him in for a full-time program. Now in 2026, he's come back to settle those scores and make sure that the season is very much his to command. Did a fantastic job at the season opener at LYL in Malaysia. Now he's got two back-to-back weekends for round 2 and 3 here at Vera on two different layouts. We're on the modified short layout this weekend. Not most challenging. Given how fast turn 1 is on this particular layout, because you go to the long stretch that leads to the now section 2, 3 and 4. The margins on the far side can out at that high speed through turn 1. You take the first corner on this layout faster than you do on the Grand Prix layout. So it's very challenging indeed for drivers. If you get even a couple of millimeters wide, the marbles will shove you onto the curb and spit you out. Just ask Darren Formosa in the Masters. He found that out the hard way yesterday after a very nasty incident. Fortunately, he is okay. The karting chassis is battered and bruised, and the team are absolute leviathans to get him back out for the rest of the weekend. At the moment, it is Aaron Garcia, the superstar from Spain, who has returned to the IAME Asia paddock after making his Asian debut at the Asia final at Macau in December. It's great to see him back in the LOR racing team in his capacity as an official Kart Republic driver. But he's come all the way to Thailand for the first time to really experience life in Infinity IAME Series Asia, and what a great job he's doing already. In second place at the moment, that is the 229, Sidiket Monkelsem, and he's doing a grand job, the 15-year-old for GFPT, this new team. So Sidiket Monkelsem doing a fair job at the moment. So Sidiket Monkelsem, second position in front of Dylan Tan. Good to see the Singaporean doing a grand job. That is Aaron Garcia's teammate, of course, with Toby Gale for Biralat Asia in fourth place on a 50.005. It's really difficult to crack 50 seconds on this circuit. And up into fifth position. What a great start to the weekend so far for this man. Warapong Yamchan. He's doing a grand job. Putter, as he is known. He was racing partly in Senior X30 last year alongside F4 Southeast Asia, and he's hoping to get another crack at that later this year. But a fantastic chance for him to take on all comers. Aaron Garcia this weekend racing under a Hong Kong license, although of course he actually has a Spanish license. Siddikit Cinnamon Kolkasem, second place at the moment. Dylan Tan, then Toby Gale. Travis Teo, the Malaysian, comes up to P5 in front of Worapong Yamchan. Dylan Tan goes P2 on a 49.825, and the checkered flag is in the air as time has come down to 0. So everybody's got to dash back to the line and finish the lap they're on. Here comes Jaden Pope. He'll be the first one to cross the line. Currently in the top 10, the Australian. What can he do? It's only good enough for a 50.062. He doesn't improve as Aaron Garcia gets a 49.729 out of the car. Very good work indeed from the Spaniard. Dylan Tan second. Toby Gale goes third with his final flying lap, just quicker than Siddikit Cinnamon Kolkasem. So Cinnamon Kolkasem has to settle for fourth place in front of Teo. Then Yamchan, Nathan Ardia doing a very good job indeed. Goes fifth with his final flying lap. On his senior debut, he's had to move up from junior to senior since round 1 because of a growth spurt. So they basically took the decision, a very tough decision, to suddenly switch him from junior to senior in the last couple of weekends. And what an impact he's made on his first appearance. Nathan Ardia, P5.